Hi, my name is Adriel William. Today I'm making this video because I was doing interview prep with the individual who got a orofacial pain residency interview from USC and UCLA. And when we were preparing, I was going through questions which are very similar for DDS. And that person asked me, the questions that you're asking, isn't it same like DDS questions? And I said, yes, it's very similar. And while I was saying this, it came to my mind that I can even make a video on this, that by the end of the day, when you're preparing for residencies or when you're preparing for DDS, the faculty is trying to cover or touch upon 4 points. There are 4 things during their meeting that they want to know about you. The first thing they want to know is what kind of a person you are. So they ask you, tell me about yourself, your strength, your weakness. The second thing they like to know is how are your communication skill according to US standard and how much are you simulated to do teamwork in US. So they will ask you various questions, various experiences of teamwork, leadership, but what they actually want to know, are you capable of working along with other people in the US? The third thing they would like to ask you is what's your long-term plan in orofacial pain residency or oral medicine or endodontics or in DDS, because in their head they are thinking if this person is spending the next 2 to 3 years in a residency, spending all this money, does he even know what he's getting into? Because it's very complex. Dentistry is very, very complex in the US. And the last thing they want to know is why should we pick you as compared to the other people. And when I was thinking about these 4 pillars, I would say, where in any given interview, in any given dental school or residency interview in US, they are trying to figure out these 4 things. I gave this person an example that imagine this was a young gentleman. So I told him, imagine if you're going on a serious date with a serious woman, if you're going on a first date, the one thing she's going to try to figure out during the conversation, if this man is capable of being a good dad in future. That's an evolutionary question that the woman will have in her mind on a serious date. And in the same way, if you compare your interview, there are 4 questions that the faculty or the dental school is trying to figure out when they are talking to a student. The number 1 is they want to know what kind of a person you are. Second is, are you capable of communicating and being a good team player? The third thing they want to know is, why do you want to come to this specialty or to this field, and what's your long-term plan? Do you have a bigger plan or you're just wandering around in your life? And the last thing they would like to know is what makes you special as compared to the other people. Now, think about it, because they can play around with the words. Rather than asking you what kind of a person you are, they will say, tell us about a time when you dealt with difficulty. How did you manage it? Tell us about a time when you failed. How did you manage it? Tell us about a time where you dealt with the weakness of yours. So all of these questions, you can word them differently, but what they are trying to know is what kind of a human being are you? And then they will ask you, what's your long-term plan? Why do you want to come to orofacial pain residency? Why not other fields? At that time, they are trying to figure out, do you even know what field you're going into, or you're just taking a fluke? What I'm trying to explain is during interviews, they can change their questions, they can change their wording, but what they will be trying to figure out in one way or another will be these 4 pillars. And if you prepare yourself to answer these 4 things, you would be able to make a really strong impact. And if you want to learn more about these questions, I have a whole playlist of interview questions that you can look into. If you have more questions, if you're preparing for residency, for DDS program, and you need personal one-on-one preparation, you can reach out to me. In the description, there's my phone number. You can WhatsApp me, you can email me, or you could even write in the comment. And if you find this video useful, do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you in a more meaningful video. Thank you.